I think overall they showed us some different things that we hadn't seen before. The Conference Carolinas teams are an up-and-coming conference. I think within the next 4 to 7 years, you're going to see a couple of the programs take a big step up. I think they all have some pretty good arms. It's now a matter of those programs trying to balance out the rest of their roster with upgrading the level of play that they're getting from some of those positions, and that's going to happen. There are enough kids out there playing good enough volleyball that you get some young aggressive coaches recruiting hard. We're going to see the Conference Carolinas start to move up in quality and level of play, and that's exciting. You see glimpses of that in the gym this weekend, and I thought we handled them very well. It was one of those matches where you're trying to figure these guys out a little bit because they do a little bit different things. It's not as pure power as, say, when you play in Ohio State. You kind of know what you're getting into. You don't know these guys. And I thought our guys did a real good job of kind of learning on the fly.
I think they both went pretty well. I liked how we got off to a fast start in both those matches, and it's a little frustrating that we kind of took our feet off the gas for the second 2 sets of each of those matches, but other than that, I think we played pretty well.
They were good. We completed what we needed to. Our scouting report was spot on, and everyone did what we needed to do, and then came out with a victory, so can't complain about that.
I think it says more about what Nick is trying to do, and it certainly balances out. You always want to have a threat at every point along the net. We got Pete and Aaron on the left side doing a good job. The 2 Matts in the middle, and Nick on the right side. He keeps putting those numbers up. People can't just forget about him, and I thought he did a real good job of that this weekend.
It's pretty nice. I mean, it's not just on me though. It's like a lot of my teammates helped me get through that. Taylor set me up, and then I talked about it earlier. But Aaron and Callaway really set me up, and Cypher too. Everyone just working hard. It's not just my part.
I think we go back to now that we finally have a practice block instead of just days in between games where you really can't get, you can reinforce some things but not all things. I think we're going to get back to, let's make sure that we're ironing out the offensive, the side out work, keep working on our block, defense, 2-pass offense, and just really go back to, all right, let's get back into a training block where we have 3 to 4 days of good solid training in there, then you play. 3 or 4 days of good solid training, then you play. And I think that's where historically our team has seen itself get better and better.
I think something we can focus on is keeping up the intensity that we lost during those second 2 sets of each of those matches, and also just kind of working on our ability to spread the offense a little bit too.
Probably the biggest thing is just our competitive level that we can keep doing no matter who we play. I mean, they were a smaller team than what we're used to. So if we can deal with that, we can deal with a lot of different teams that we can come across. So I think our competitive level is just, as long as we keep that high, we can pretty much do anything, I
think. NJIT has a group that's been together for a while now. One of their best players, TJ Jerko, had suffered an injury against Stevens Tech a couple of weeks ago. Didn't play last week against Sacred Heart. If he plays, he's one of the better players in the EIVA. Good ball control guy, quick arm. New Jersey Tech has some pretty good arms. They've got a setter now that's been with them for, like I said, 2 or 3 years. A new libero, but I think that what we're going to see with them is they're not going to be afraid to take swings. Rutgers Newark really had a bunch of freshmen last year, so I'm assuming they're going to take a step up. From what we've seen on video, it certainly has shown that. They're really, I think they only have 4 or 5 matches under their belt, and maybe we might catch them still trying to put some things together. But I think we're going to see a scrappy group from Rutgers Newark.
It's always exciting to have the in-conference matches. These are going to be our second two, I think, this season. So I'm looking forward to playing those guys.
In the past years, they've been known to get streaky and be able to get some points off us. So if we can just keep our competitive level and do the scouting report just like we know how, we should be fine, be able to take care of business like usual.